Alright, welcome back Ark fans. This is my first impressions of Ark Aberration. I wasn't going to buy this game, but then I was playing PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, unlocked a set of hot pants, which is like these little short shorts that I was able to sell for over $100 on Steam, so I had $100 credit to buy whatever I want. Decided to get Aberration, check it out. So, played a little bit, probably a good 6 hours, and then my computer crashed and it corrupted my character and my save, so I wasn't able to continue, so I had to start anew after 6 hours. So that was pretty frustrating, but this has got to be the hardest Ark map yet. If the island in center is easy, Scorched Earth is kind of medium, this was definitely the hard difficulty here, especially without flyers. Makes traversing this map pretty difficult, but I'm just going to show you my base, show you some of my tames, and show you what I've learned so far about Aberration. Well, first of all, here we've got my highest level roll rat. So this is going to be your animal that gets wood for you in this Aberration. I don't know if there's beavers or not, I haven't seen them. This is kind of an expensive saddle to build, but you'll see that it has the ability to just roll right through rocks and everything. Like they're nothing. So that's pretty neat. Now my settings are jacked up, like my taming is times 20, my harvest is like times 8, experience is times 8. A lot of my player settings here, my health is clear at 400, weight at 600, fortitude, so I jack some of that stuff up just because I'm playing single player and I don't really have time to waste. So that's the roll rat. You have to wait till they go on the ground and then throw bee honey in after them, and then you tame them. Most of my stuff on here doesn't eat more than 5 times in its tame because my tame settings are so high. This is your, what's called, Ravager. Their pack animal. So you can see +4. I've got a bunch of extra Ravagers around. Probably one of the best, most useful new additions to Aberration. Pretty much any raw resource I put on this animal, from gems to crystal to raw metal to wood to stone, is either like 50% or 25%. Like, yeah, wood's 50%. Gems. See, green gems it halves, but blue gems it doesn't for some reason. So that's the Ravager, just a little fungal wood, and you make their saddle pretty easily in the smithy. Very well rounded. They can also do something else I just figured out. Place the zip line, let's see if it busted. If you go up to these zip lines that you create, or the natural ones, you can move until you see this blue crosshair and you just hit space. And he'll jump on there. You can run up it, you can attack on him, turn around, hit C to flip upside down. So if you like shot over something you were trying to tame, you could sit there and shoot off the back of this thing. So pretty cool. Oh nice, you can just hold shift 2 and it slides down there. Here's a charge tower for your charge batteries. That's a whole nother thing I'm still kind of learning. Let's see what else. Oh, here's some of the shoulder mounts. This is a shine horn. So you get your charge capacity, charge regen, charge mission range. Initially I went with the bulldog, so you can see, got a whole pack of them. Those are another type of light animal. So what's going on right now, this is a earthquake. It just kind of, I don't know if it knocks you off your climbing picks yet or not, because I haven't been using the climbing picks a whole lot. I would imagine it would, which would be really detrimental. But as you can see, I'm trying to show you here, it'll just drop resources from the sky. Depending on where you are, it will drop different things. So the earthquake really is kind of a good thing, because it gives you kind of very like crystal, obsidian, different colored gems in a place where you might not be able to get that so easily. And I found out the harder area I was in when it would earthquake, it would then drop like silica pearls, metal, things like that. So like I have a base in a harder, scarier area that drops like silica pearls and whatnot. So it's you only get a little bit, as you can see, but it's a way to supplement some of your more rare resources. So then I'll show off these climbing hooks. You'll see you just go up and hit attack. There you go. For some reason, it's glitched there. So blue means he hops up. Green means he's going to continue to climb. Imagine red means I fall. So these seem to break pretty easily, so if you're going to be doing really high climbing here, seeing they give you a nice little jump there. So that's the climbing picks. Seem to break easily, so make sure you carry multiple. I'll show you the zip line here. The hell? I don't know why it won't let me. There we go. See, then you shoot one end, and then just, it shows you your anchor where you can and can't go. So let's really stretch it out there once. So there's that. There's the zip line. Obviously, you gotta do a downward grade so that he slides down. Otherwise, there's no like climbing back up it. Let's see if I can climb this. There we go. So with all these tools paired with the Ravager, getting around is a lot easier. And these Ravagers, because of their reduced weight and everything else, they can carry a lot. Now I'll show you. Good old wingsuit. So I haven't messed with this much because I've been kind of scared too. But I've just recently climbed up that hill behind my guy. Use my Ravager. So that's pretty sweet. Oops. So that's a wingsuit. Like I can even just fly short distances. So. Well, because that was a downward grade, I was able to fly really far. This is the. Is it plant species Z now? I think maybe. I don't know. There's X, Y, and Z. This is one of them. I think it's Z. This thing apparently is the bee's knees. I watched a video on it. Like let's say. See, it's at 23. No, watch how fast this heals when they get it up next to it. Basically a healing plant. Oh, it healed so fast I couldn't even look at it properly. But like when I'm leveling up my dinosaurs, like I'm leveling up my I'm breeding Spinos and stuff. they'll go from like 6,000 health all the way to like 24,000 health. I just set it next to this, and rather than it eat me out of house and home, it just sits there and heals real quickly. So I got to get some of those. Also, when you plant your own, apparently there's something called like plant species Z, like fruit, and you throw them kind of like grenades, and they're like flashbangs that affect the nameless, which I'll show you here in a second. So that's a few of the new tools. Zipline, definitely having grappling hooks and zip lines and climbing hooks is beneficial to you. This is a spot where you collect congealed gas, so this is a gas collector. It seems to degrade over time because it's slowly gone down in health. Red gems, there's blue, green, and red gems. Green being most common, blue being fairly common, and red being rare. This used to be just a little gas vein that was shooting up out of the ground. You'll see them kind of pink with just these rocks without the collector on it. And if you go up to it, you'll start to suffocate on your own, like blood or puke, and it kills you slowly. So you build one of these over it, and it's kind of like an oil derrick where it just collects it over time. So there's that. That's a new resource. Obviously, the mushrooms give you fungal wood rather than regular wood, and that's used to build a lot of different things. So that's some of the new animals. Let's see, you got the Ravager, roll rats. Got all these little bulldogs, which are pretty cool. Let's see, what else have I built? I'll just show you my more dangerous base. So this is my kind of headquarters I'm still working on. It's got a chemistry bench that I just added. But now I'll show you a more dangerous area. Now is at 4040. I'll probably be putting out a resource video to show you like a couple spots where you can kill a couple dozen trilobite, because oil is a big thing. And if you don't want to go to surface, it's easier to find some areas that have trilobites. Gets your oil and silica pearls that way. But mind you, I'm on a jacked up server where it's like ×8 or ×10 for resource gathering, so I can almost fulfill my oil and pearl needs by just killing trilobites. Now down here is where it starts getting a bit sketchy. So the wingsuit, you just attach that to any piece of chest armor, like that's just attached to this. Carrying two different types of boots here. Put on this hazard suit. I won't have my wings. I think I could add the wings to it, but these are like little frost traps. So there's this, and there's another type of mushroom you can run over that hurts you. I'll show you when I run over it. Normally this would freeze me to death and about kill me, but because I'm wearing this hazard suit. They're not wanting to trigger now because I'm making a video. Here are the blue crystals though. They look kind of purplish on my screen. Anytime you harvest like the blue or the green crystals, you also get normal crystal with it as well. Here, I'll show you this. Here's some more of these. See, that usually happens. Normally if I wasn't wearing hazardous gear, it'd all but kill me. It freezes you to death, so you gotta be careful of those. Here's my other base at the base of the scary area. Just got a refinery forge built. Turn that off. Still working on building this base, just got some dung beetles. Still got to fill this out, put a fabricator in here, finish it up a little bit, make it look better. Dragged a couple of my Generation 2 Spinos down here, and all my shitty Raptors down here, and my Scorpion I had, some early Tames just in case. So I'll show you what some of the other resources look like. So there are regular looking metal nodes where it's solid metal, and when I do a resource video I'll show you locations of some of this. Oh, this is my other base, by the way. It's at 4649. Right here on the map. This is one entrance down into this iridescent world. So one thing it took me a while to figure out is on the emote wheel, you can turn on your shoulder pads, like, so you turn on their light so that the nameless can't get you. There's some more blue crystal, but see, it's always trapped. It's always got those frost things right at the base of them. Here's a nameless. Here's where I'll go ahead and turn on my light. See, I turned on my little goat there. Now these guys are more glass. Normally they'll tanks if you don't have your light. So it's important to get a high level shoulder mount to really boost up its charge capacity. I did its charge regen, its capacity, and its radius, or whatever you call it, so that it's longer. Right by my new base there is a blue and purple and yellow drop, so it's nice. It's dangerous down here, but I can come grab loot drops. It's the second time I got Shagarog. Now here's what some of the metal looks like in the... If it's got this blue glow to it, they look like almost like normal rocks, but if it's got that blue glow to it, that's metal. So all of this is metal. And this is where I've been getting the majority of it. It's just always have to come down here with a pack of Ravagers. So I'll come down here with 3 extra Ravagers, fill them all up to the brim, and then bring them to my forge right there. And I built, like I said, it's about 48, 44. This is going down into this black area. So here's just tons. Even more. Here's glow bugs. Those can recharge your battery packs. Right here, this is just what normal crystal looks like. It's kind of whitish blue. There's some more normal crystal. Now there's like a giant snake that I've only come across once in this game. It's like a basilic or something. I'll have to look up what it's called, but that is pretty frightening. Got some obsidian down here. This is 50.8, 44.1. The dark area. See these big tower things that have the blue? Might not be able to harvest that one in particular, but there's a couple down here that you can. Okay, I really don't want to get pulled off my mount. So just tons of metal, and I was hoping I could show you guys the rock drake. We'll try to sneak past this one anyhow. There's another plant Z right there halfway down this, so see, like these big rocks right here look like you can't harvest them. You can actually harvest that, which is nice. So just tons and tons of metal down here, where it's kind of sparse in all the easier areas. You know, at first I thought these red spikes were maybe the red gems, but I can't harvest those. It's just kind of a weird design. And this is a radiation zone, so you'll see it instantly starts destroying my radiation suit. And also, my mount is just slowly dies from it. This Ravager is a tank and has 20-some thousand health, so I'm not worried about it. But then you got a charge tower over here. So there's radiated zones that you need those suits. I would be probably close to dead by now if I didn't have that. Right there's a Carcanos or Carquinos, or it's a giant crab monster that'll grab you and make sure you have a bad day. I've already been down here. I was thinking about building the base, but there wasn't a lot of level area. Oh, it almost looks like a eel in the water, but it could be a snake. Oh, yep, there's an eel. I haven't even dealt with those too much in the other games. It's taking such a long break from Ark. I really wanted to show you guys the rock drake. Oh geez, there's frogs and caprasucuses and all sorts of things down here. Right, it's a spotted red crystal. This is as far as I've ever gone down here. Usually you have the backup of, but this might be red crystal that you harvest. I don't know, I've never found that yet. What do we all got down here? There's a Diplocalus. It's like a lizard. Baryonyx. Another Baryonyx. Diplocalus. Dimetrodons. Isabufos. So, if I bring my Spino down here, I can own these guys, but no rock drakes. What a bummer. Wanted to put that in the video here. So some things I've learned is definitely get yourself a good shoulder mount. Definitely tame Ravagers as soon as possible. They do take quite a bit of narcotics. I found it obviously way easier with the darts and the rifle. But it may be something you want to start just getting like a level 50 or below first before you try to go straight for a higher one, because it makes it just easier having one to get another. Same thing with kind of like RGs and stuff. It's nice to just have a low level one to even get to the point. Prepare for just tons of scorpions, snakes, and centipedes down here. Just look at the amount of metal. It's crazy. See, they do have the normal looking metal nose as well. Glow bug scared me. See, my shoulder mounts got such a large charge, it's all the way up to like 2300, that I can stay down here and just leave it on. Scares the nameless away after a while. I think there's night and day cycles and they only come out during the night, but it's kind of hard to tell when you're underground whether or not it's night or day. So as far as a loot drop, there's one always here at this location. 48.4, 46.4 is a loot drop location. Usually it's yellow. And I'll show you where this purple blue one always pops up. And behind this rock right here, this chest is 49.1, 48.7. There's usually a blue or purple one there as well. So I've been farming those. So it really made the harder resources harder to get on this one, especially with no flyers. I'd say a pack of Ravagers is your best bet, or at least mate boosted Ravagers. I've already been breeding Ravagers and Spinos just to kind of get an army together. Like to start mating Iguanodons too, because they're some of my favorite mid-level mounts. And then that was bracket button for me at least, to turn emotes on. And then you turn your shoulder on and off. So oils, I think only on the surface, if I'm correct, besides like trilobites. And I've never even been to the surface yet. Haven't even found red gems yet, other than like moles and earthquakes in some of the rare areas. So you'll see those roll rats will dig in and out of the ground, and every time they dig out, you'll see they'll shoot a bunch of gems out with it. Never really worth it to grab it unless it's a red gem, because they're rare. The green and blue can be harvested everywhere. But just know that when you take those gems from those wild roll rats, that they'll start attacking you. Another thing I noticed, there's just tons of sheep everywhere. So you have no problem finding ovis on Aberration. Tons of Spinos, tons of crabs. One somewhat neat thing is you saw that gas collector right here with green gems, and once you get yourself a chemistry bench, which is really late in the game obviously, so a lot of people won't have it for a while, you can make gasoline out of congealed gas balls and green gems, which are quite common. And if you have a base near two of those gas collectors, you'll have more gas than you can really handle. So that's a way to make gas. Kind of spendy, but you know, if you don't have access to oil, it definitely helps. And 20 gems and 20 congealed gas makes only 5 actual gasoline. So that's Ark Aberration so far for me. Extremely hard. I've died a lot. I had to restart. Still haven't even explored the whole map. Still haven't even seen the surface. There's quite a few of the new creatures I haven't seen. I know there's kind of a flying pest, I think called a seeker, that I haven't even seen yet. There's the Reapers, a Reaper, I think it's called Reaper Queen or something. It's kind of giant aliens. A lot of stuff I really haven't even discovered yet, but I'm liking it. Like I said, I wouldn't have bought it, but I sold that item from PUBG and got a bunch of money, so I figured why the hell not. But oh shoot. Let me know if you guys are playing Aberration or what your thoughts are, if you like it at all, if it seems something you'd be interested in. I don't know. I wasn't going to buy it because if I bought it, I'd have to buy it for 2 Xboxes and PC because I run the server on the Xbox, but seems pretty worth it. I started a new job, so I haven't been putting out near as much content, but I think I'll show some easy resource locations as far as trilobites, metal, and gems, things like that. Well, I can't do honey because that's random, but just some stuff. So probably put a resource video out after this, but thanks for watching, guys.